High school basketball is on the air. Keystone Quality Transport, in association with DelcoHoops.com, is pleased to present tonight's high school basketball game. Tonight's Central League Girls Championship basketball game is between the number 1 seed Haverford Fords and the number 2 seed Conestoga Pioneers. Tonight's game is sponsored by the 500 employees of Keystone Quality Transport, supporting high school basketball in Delaware County. The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods. Published since 1893. Sandy McCauley at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Media. Give her a call when buying or selling your home. The Delaware County Daily Times. If it happens in Delaware County, it's in the Daily Times. Here are today's announcers, the voices of Delaware County High School Basketball and DelcoHoops.com, Dave DePasqua and Coach Mark Jordan.
There you go.
Good evening and welcome to Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. We're inside Marple Newtown High School's gymnasium tonight for the 2024 Central League Championship. Mark Jordan alongside Dave DePasqua and the rest of Delco Hoops tonight. We're very excited. It's a rematch of 2023. Haverford versus Conestoga. And Mark, last year Haverford beat Conestoga 41-37, but now Conestoga looking for some revenge.
Revenge indeed. These are the top teams in the league. Them and Garnet Valley play a little game back and forth. We're clearly the top 3 in the Central League all year long. Let's start with Conestoga, shall we? 21-2. Coach A.J. Thompson returns 3 fantastic starters. Ryan Jennings averages 16 points per game, shoots 40% from 3, has an 89% foul shooter. Might play big late in the game. Marissa Francione, the point guard, averages 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. She does it all for them. Janie Preston adds 8 points per game and 6 rebounds. You'll hear a lot from those 3. For Haverford, how about number 25, Ryan Dotsey? Only a junior, 6'1", 14 points, 9 rebounds per game. The spark plug guard, Anaya Eberhardt, has improved every year. We've seen her a couple different times over the years.
Right.
This year she's getting 11 points per game, almost 5 rebounds per game, over 4 assists per game. She does it all as a senior guard. She'll have a steady hand tonight. And we have 2 Wrights, Natalie Wright, Ashley Wright, no relation. Natalie averages 8 points a game. Ashley, 6 points a game.
It's almost like a battle of speed versus height. Haverford most likely going to control the boards, control the paint, and try and get to that foul line. That's where they dominated in the semifinals. Whereas on the other side, they might want to speed it up with the guard play.
And that's what we've seen all year long. I mean, Conestoga averages 52 points per game. Pretty impressive, I believe. It's probably tops in the Central League. Haverford likely is probably the best defensive team in the league. And old friend Lauren Pelican does a fantastic job with her girls every year. Has them back right on the edge again of another Central League championship. She has been excellent on defense as a coach her entire career with Lower Merion and Haverford. Quick funny stat for you. They split the season series. Stoga winning 47-38 in early December. Haverford returned a favor. They won 38-27 in January. So oddly enough, Haverford scored their 38 points both games. One game Stoga had 47, next game only 27. So we'll see how it plays out defensively. Like you said, I think the tempo is going to be a big issue. You think Conestoga would like to go up and down the court pretty fast, make it a full court game. Haverford would probably prefer a half court game.
Well, step aside for the playing of the national anthem. Coming up next, starting lineups in this girls' championship game. You are listening to the Central League Championship on Delco Hoops.
Nobody covers the Delaware County high school sports scene like the Delaware County Daily Times. No matter what the season or the type of sport, from football to soccer to lacrosse to wrestling to track to basketball and baseball, virtually every high school sport for every high school in the Delaware County. For complete coverage of today's games, pick up your copy of the Delaware County Daily Times wherever newspapers are sold, or go online at www.delcotimes.com. If it happened in Delaware County, it's in the Delaware County Daily Times.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you're listening to high school basketball right here at DelcoHoops.com.
Now, Mark, I can't help being in Marple Newtown's gym and just notice, there's something about championship banner I see over here in baseball. You might know something, too, about that.
They claim the only Delco team to win a Penn State, Pennsylvania state title was Marple Newtown in 2018. Funny, John Vogan's here. Conestoga won one in 2011.
For the starting lineups, first for the visiting Pioneers, number 5, senior guard, Marissa Francione. Number 12, senior guard, number 12, Katrina Valencia. A sophomore guard, number 13, Ryan Jennings. At forward, a junior, number 22, Jane Preston. And a senior forward, number 33, Isabella Valencia. They're coached by A.J. Thompson. And for the forwards of Haverford, senior guard, Anaya Eberhardt. Number 10, a junior guard, Megan Kelly. At forward, a senior, number 14, Ashley Wright. A junior forward, number 22, Natalie Wright. And the junior forward, number 25, Ryan Dotsey. They are led by their head coach, Lauren Pelican. Go ahead, Mark.
Just to make one last point, each team's played 23 games. Only 3 times have they had games under 6 points or under a 2-possession game at the end. So they've done a great job of beating teams pretty bad, jumping out. Obviously, whoever gets a lead, good-sized lead, in the second half is going to be a major threat. I don't think either of these teams come behind that well. I think also the game probably goes to 35. I might have mentioned 35 points is the barometer. I think first team gets to 35 is going to have the leg up here. I'd be intrigued to see how Haverford wants to play this, because if they do fall behind, they're not known as a pressure team. Can they pressure Conestoga's quick guards?
Now, it's important to note, if you're an athletic director and you're liking what you're hearing, you can email delcohoops@aol.com. We are available and ready to go for the state playoffs. Don't hesitate. Just reach out to us. We are happy to help this upcoming season. Taking a tip for the forwards, number 25, Ryan Dotsey. And for Conestoga, number 22, Jane Preston. And a tip when we are underway. Haverford wearing white uniforms, red trim. Coming to the near side, we are Conestoga wearing black, gray, and that maroon. The jumper from the near side, it's good. 1 for 1 is Natalie Wright. And just like that, Mark, 2-0 Haverford.
They weren't guarding her, so she said, heck, I'll take a 12-footer.
Stoga brings the ball down. They have this motion offense, left to right, now swung back around. Maybe they'll look to go in the post, but I imagine the size differential. It's a jumper on that near side. No good. Rebound and pushing the pace is Eberhardt. She's determined. She goes coast to coast. No good. Ball is loose on the floor. Still rolling. It's picked up by Wright. They'll regroup. Fast moving first couple plays between these two teams in the rematch of 2023. Eberhardt looking to go off the dribble. Near side, has the post, decides to kick it back out. It's knocked away. Nice. Stolen by Conestoga. Looking to attack. Left-handed layup. No foul call. Francione to the tin, no good. 6:45 here in the first quarter. Haverford dumped into the post. It's batted back out. Looks like they're letting him play tonight, Mark.
There's been some contact early.
Jumper on the far side by Wright, no good. Excuse me, that was Dotsey. Is kicked out. Francione kicks it at reset. Here's a regroup. Preston hands it off. Francione, you have to watch out for her. She's the main go-to player. Off the dribble, looking to attack once again. To the wing. Dribble, set, kick back out, round the horn. Now attacking, left-handed layup, no good. Gets her own rebound, now brings it down low with the guards, and there's our first foul call of the evening. Preston gets fouled, and we have our first penalty at 6:04 here in the first quarter. 2-0 Forwards.
They're calling it under before the shot, David.
Oh, they're going to call her taking the shot. Okay.
Yep.
No, so so now they switch it up. She was ready to shoot some free throws.
And I think she might have been going up there. It was definitely a close
All right,
call.
So we'll have an inbounds play on the right side to begin. Coming across, have the three. Hesitation, goes baseline. She is rejected by Eberhardt. Big block by the senior. She kicks it up, looking to attack. Dribble, step up, and good. Nice move by number 25, Ryan Dotsey, and that's a key player to watch, as you said in pregame.
She's tough. She's long, and she attacked the 10 there from about 8 feet away.
Francione kicks it. Preston. Now they regroup, set half-court offense. Looking to come off that flex option coming across.
They're playing Jennings very physical, Dave.
It's an open three, top of the key, no good. No second chance points for the Pioneers. It is brought down by Dotsey. Man-to-man defense for the Pioneers. Allowing that jump shot, said Eberhardt pulls the trigger and connects from three. It's a 7-0 run to begin this championship game.
Impressive start by Haverford. They're in no hurry particularly.
Now, they bring it back out. They looked at dump down. That looked like a press, though, as it's knocked out of bounds. It's turnover by the Pioneers. They're going to change it up, looks like. It looks like they might go to a little bit of a press.
Coach Thompson won. It looks like maybe a half-court trap. 1-3-1.
Change it up defensively. Fords lead 7-0. Have that look opposite, right, Mark, when you have that trap?
Middle and opposite. Up, steal.
It's stolen away. Here we go. Looking to go to the lane. She's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Katrina Valencia, the senior guard, looking to get Conestoga on the board.
Yep, Haverford took the ball to the sidelines there. Good trap by Conestoga. It's what they need. You know, they haven't made too many shots right now. Maybe attack the rim a couple times, get to the foul line. They thought they were there once. They're definitely there now.
Now they might have to check out. Megan Kelly picks up her second foul early on. The first free throw's up and good. 4:38 here in the first.
Yeah. Coach Pelican will get her right out.
So number 13 checks in, Tess Durfee.
Assistant Coach Knox, one of her favorites. She's an energy, ball of energy, they say.
Makes the second, 2 for 2. And that will end Haverford's run. Going that half-court trap. Eberhardt kicks it to the near side, looking to attack. Here comes the cutter. Eberhardt steps into a jumper. It's up, no good. Good board. Here comes Conestoga, looking to attack. On the wing, goes baseline. Off of her, to go out of bounds. Jennings turns it over, back to the Fords.
Definitely a physical game. They've only called 2 fouls in 4 minutes. They probably could have called 5 or 6.
Well, I like the switch up by Coach Thompson defensively, Mark.
Yep, so do I. You know, it's a half-court trap slows you down. There it is.
And
Another
there
steal.
you go. Stolen away. Kicked ahead.
2.
Nobody's home. But that seems to be already the theme. Turnovers for Conestoga, not getting quality shots.
And even though they played this game last year, you know, the girls are nervous. It's a chance to win a championship. And it takes a few minutes to get your game on.
We'll see if they get Dotsey more involved. More of that high post as they go against this man-to-man defense. Now they're going to switch it up. Now looks like they're going 2-3.
Yep. Yes, they are.
3:45 here in the first. Conestoga trails 7-2. Going baseline. Stepped out of bounds.
So
Number 14, Ashley Wright, one baseline. Nobody home.
Well, it was a clever play. So it's 2-3 zone, and they sort of trap you in the corners. They ran at her. She took a baseline drive and stepped out after a slight bump.
I'm Dave DePascal alongside Mark Jordan and the rest of Delco Hoops providing this championship action. Brought up by Francione. Kicked it. Going baseline to drive. Jennings, we'll see if she gets involved here. She pulls the three. It's up and good.
Oh,
they're looking to answer this run with a run of their own. Jennings for three. Cuts it to 7-5. Kick back to the top, and it seems to be struggling for Haverford in this trapping offensively at the top of the key mark.
And they're going to the right side every time. They're putting the ball on the right. That's a quick shot. I don't like it.
Up and get the glass. That's a great board by Valencia. It has it poked away by number 13. Durfee, as you were talking about defensively, she's all over the place.
She's active. Oh.
Eberhardt back to the near side, looking to post up. Nobody home. Eberhardt to the lane. Fishes with the left hand. Well done by the senior.
Beautiful little drive and using the opposite hand.
Finishes with her left in the lane. Pioneers half-court offense looking to cut. Here comes the flex. Instead, dribble. Now back to the near side. And she's fouled. No, they're going to call a jump ball.
What?
Valencia went to the lane. Now we have a sub. Number 4 will check in. Lanuette checks in, number 33. Valencia checks out.
Man-to-man out of bounds. Oh, they got a
Right underneath, up and good. Well, inbounds play to Jane Preston.
Great play, coached by Coach Thompson. Coach Pelkey not happy with that performance.
Eberhardt. Here comes the double. Kicks it back out. Yet the flash.
Oh. Well, they at least used the left side of the floor. That was nice.
That
nice
is
change.
true.
Get off the right side of the floor. Use the whole floor.
This championship game, 2 minutes to go here. First quarter. Haverford leads by 2, 9-7. Eberhardt dribbles out. Now they got picked. They'll reset against that 2-3. They've seen man-to-man, press, and so you've seen a couple different defenses by Conestoga early.
Oh.
Here's the kick. Eberhardt on the jumper, no good. Ball is loose. It's brought down by Jennings, and she'll bring it up. Looking to tie this game up here, 1:30. Kicked. Francione on the lane. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. Eberhardt picks up her first.
Couple things, David. I don't think Coach Pelkane's that throw the last couple of shots. They had some quick jacks from the right side. They take their time against the zone, reverse the ball 2 or 3 times. They're going to get a better look than some sort of 16-footer. Part one. Part two. Stoga was down 7. Looked to attack the rim a bunch of times. They didn't always get the call, but look, they're on the line for the 3rd and 4th times.
Misses the first. 1:32. Clock stopped. But the referees are letting them play tonight.
They are.
The lefty makes the second. Cuts it to a 1-point game. Eberhardt bringing it on the left side. That half-court trap it once again.
Same press. Oh.
Step through. No, they're having trouble with that press.
It's not even pressure on the ball at half court. So they're they're looking to go to the right side every time. Instead of getting the ball to the middle or the left side, they're going to have to sort of review that, I guess, in 80 seconds.
Throw it up, Francione. They had the cutter there, Mark.
They did. Yes,
Missed an opportunity. Looking to post up. Jennings now with the ball, kicks it back to the near side. There's the cutter. Top of the key. Francione in between the legs, kicked back out. Ball movement is being effective for the Pioneers. Swinging around the horn. Jennings steps into her shot. Rattles in and out. Brought down by number 25 in Dotsie. We'll see if they get her involved on this trip.
You would hope so. Somewhere inside of 8-10 feet. She's getting the ball out there at 20 feet away. I think it's too far away to get it.
It's about 6'1". She has Division I looks. Eberhardt swings it to the near side. Well done. Looked opposite. Gets the assist to Ashley Wright.
And by the way, that's her first shot on the left side of the floor in 8 minutes.
Francione might have got away with a walk. They don't no call. Now the ball's being ripped. They're going to call it.
Oh, my.
A foul going the other way. I thought they might have called a jump.
Well, they called the other one's jumps for sure.
Number 22 of Conestoga picks up the foul. Preston, her first.
Oh, they're almost at a record. 0 fouls in a quarter. That would be nice.
25 seconds. We'll see if they want to take the last shot for Coach Pelkane. Brought back to that far side.
Oh, there it is.
Looks for the lob. Goes into the hands of number 22. Rattles in Natalie Wright, the junior.
And that was fortunate, right? They tipped the ball away.
Absolutely.
Right spot, right time.
5 seconds. 3, far corner, short. Rebound. Francione has it stripped. That will do it. Your score at the end of the first quarter, Haverford 13, Conestoga 8. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action coming up next of this Central League Championship on Delco Hoops.
Are you looking to start an exciting career in the healthcare field? Then Keystone Quality Transport is looking for you. Keystone Quality Transport, the region's premier non-emergency medical transportation company, offers a full scholarship into a comprehensive emergency medical technician certification program. Would you like to obtain a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification and earn $20 per hour to start? Send an email to hr@kqthealth.com. Start your rewarding healthcare career today.
This is Ralph Lawler with the Los Angeles Clippers. For high school basketball at its best, stay right here at DelcoHoops.com.
Welcome back for second quarter action. I'm Dave DePascal alongside Mark Jordan and the rest of the Delco Hoops team. Mark, break it down for us.
First quarter stats, Haverford shot 6 for 11, 5 for 8 from inside 2-point land. All of them were either in the lane or short baseline shots. Conestoga Nation not as good. 2 for 10, 1 for 5 beyond the arc. So they're shooting 20%. There's a reason why you're down by 5 points. I think their pressure's been effective. They've been going to the right side every time. They've been doing a couple cross-court passes late, Haverford, which helped them out. They have to do more of that, and I think use the left side of the floor, right, David?
Yep.
Start over here, work the middle, and then go to the right side of the floor.
Kelly checks back in to begin the second quarter with 2 fouls, something to keep an eye on. As they start this second quarter, Eberhardt, three-pointer on the near side right in front of us, too strong, brought down by Valencia, pushes it forward. Francione dribbles it back out. She's going to set this one up. Man-to-man defense for the Fords. Jennings looking to attack. Kick back out. Pioneers, Francione. Jumper, no good. Fighting for that board. They're going to say she was out of bounds, though, Preston, as she went for the attempt. Here come the Fords, leading by 5.
And Haverford's defense, as always, does a great job of clogging in the lane. So Stoker's going to have to make a couple shots here. They're only 1 for 6 and beyond the arc. Make a couple shots and pull them out of the lane. Get some driving lanes.
Kelly Eberhardt goes back and forth. They were missing her when they went to the trap. Now it's stolen away. Here we go. Jennings doesn't have numbers, pulls it out. Instead, it's a dribble drive, kick back out. Jumper on that near side, no good.
Oh, what a fight.
It is a great rebound underneath by the Pioneers. Now, once again, a 3. Near side, there's a lid on that for the Pioneers right now, but they are getting second and third opportunities, something we did not expect against the Fords height.
It's a big possession here, which Haverford should have the ball by now. Still good scrapping.
Good effort by Valencia as well underneath. Francione kicks it back to the near side. She traveled. Preston with the walk. As we're starting to see almost a full house here in Newtown Square, Pennsylvania.
It's a nice little crowd. Again, 2 days in the making, right? We were going to be here Tuesday night.
Right.
So we had a surprise snowstorm.
I'm glad because I couldn't leave the driveway.
Yeah.
7 inches of snow will do that to you. Eberhardt kicks it back to Kelly in this near side. It's almost like that old school Villanova. They make it go back and forth, Mark.
They are. My shot clock. Oh, it's bully ball.
Bully ball. Dotsy, no good. Megan Kelly with the board. She dribbles it out. We'll see if they go high-low a little bit and trying to go against this zone. As now they're kicking it back out. Going around the horn. Rotating. 6 minutes to go here. They're going to say she hit that, so no backcourt violation. For as fast paced as we had the first quarter, just kind of slowed down here in the second.
Very much so.
Dotsy, see if they look. Now she's doubled. Step through. Lobs it underneath. Through a double team. Nobody home. It's knocked out of bounds, but they will retain possession underneath with 5:44 here in the second.
And I'll be honest, I haven't seen a lot of Haverford this year, but Dotsy plays a lot of away from the basket, a lot more than I thought she would.
More of a wing.
Zone, she's playing wing, and she's the biggest girl on the floor. I think Lauren wants her a little more. There she is. Oh, she had a post there. They looked at her.
Valencia checks back in for the Pioneers. Eberhardt crashes. They're going to call a foul for her, and they're going to say she was going up and shooting 2.
It's a generous 2 call, I believe. You don't see that too often in high school.
So that is her first foul. Eberhardt will go to the line to shoot 2.
Haverford's first foul shots of the game.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry about that.
All good.
By third quarter, we'll be cooking again.
I feel like we're doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, Stoga 2.5 minutes of nothingness. Actually, the whole game's been no score for 2.5 minutes.
Well, you did say mid-30s, right? As the first one's up and good.
No doubt, but I think Conestoga averages 52 a game, so they're definitely for their standards way below it. I think you might see Coach Thompson go to a little full court pressure soon to try and pick the tempo up a little bit more.
Knocks him down. 15-8 in favor of Haverford. There you go, fast pace. They go right down the floor, but throw it away. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the story of the first half of the Pioneers has been turnovers.
They've had, what do you think, about 7 or 8 right now? I think a good amount. We played what? We played 11 minutes. They probably have 8 in 11 minutes.
Just about 5:30 here. Second quarter. Eberhardt against this zone defense would see what they want to do. They rotate Kelly. Dribble it back up. Dotsy to the far side, around the horn to Kelly.
Oh, they trapped her again. Oh, no.
I thought that was tipped, didn't you?
Of course it was tipped.
Okay.
Looked like it might have been tipped.
Okay. Well, it happens right in front of us, so we have the benefit.
Even Joe Santaclito said it was tipped. And if Joe sees it, you know it was tipped.
Here come the Pioneers. Francione against this man-to-man defense. They had the cutter. There you go. There's the dump. Kick back outside. Wide open look for three on that far side. No good. Eberhardt playing physical, going coast to coast. Dishes it up ahead. I thought she could have finished it herself. Instead, dumped it down to her teammate. Fadeaway, no good. Foul in the backcourt, and that's a big foul. That's her third.
Wow. You know, she has three, and Eberhardt's got one. Now, again, this is the old coach in me says, Eberhardt, I would go at her right now and see if you can get a second foul on her. If you put two guards on the bench, all of a sudden you can go full court pressing it a little more. She has one foul here. I wonder if Francione wants to take a shot and drive at her leg or her hip and draw some contact.
Here we go. She got the ball. She's got her one-on-one. Here comes the pick. She had the roll. She wanted it and take it, but instead, pump fake three, turns.
We had a tackle there.
Here, wide open look on that far side. If they want it, she does. No good. Far side rebound brought down. They'll reset.
They've had a lot of opportunities here in this quarter.
Lane Nuette's been getting a couple boards.
No doubt.
As they reset Valencia. See if they go to the post. They haven't really taken that shot. But here we go. They had that cutter coming off the top of the key.
Right on by.
She goes right to the 10. Up and good for two. Lane Nuette.
I like that. Again, you know, she's a quick girl. Right hand, straight line drive in the baseline. That's really been their offense choice, is just those straight line drives.
Yeah.
We'll do shooting stats in a minute, David. It's not great.
The junior grabs it with 3:45. Eberhardt resets, regroups. They've been changing up defenses. Now they're continuously dropping back into this 2-3. I'm going to say, they're going to do a double pick at the top of the key. That'd be interesting.
It would be. There's not much movement. And here comes.
On this near side, Dotsie, jumper, too strong, goes right to Eberhardt. Right place, right time, up and good. Gets two, timeout, Conestoga with 3:16 here in the second. We'll step aside. You're listening to this championship game on Delco Hoops.
Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Sandy McCulley has over 20 years of real estate experience and is a seller representative specialist as well as a certified residential specialist. Sandy specializes in Delaware County real estate. Sandy conveniently works out of the Media Berkshire Hathaway Home Marketing Center in Media. Let Sandy's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Give Sandy a call at 610-368-6641.
This is Mark Zumoff, and you're listening to high school basketball right here on DelcoHoops.com.
Coming out of the timeout, if you're Haverford, Eberhardt's got 9 already here in the first half.
She's playing a well of the game. She's the MVP of the first half of this game. That was just a great instinct to attack weak side glass and get the rebound. Coach Pelkey ran a nice little stagger screen off the zone. Got Dotsie an open look. She didn't fall. Bad news for Stoga fans. 1 for 10 now from beyond the arc. So I think they have to try to attack the rim. But Haverford's keeping a girl in the lane almost every time. So they're sagging off. You're going to have to make 1 or 2 shots to bring them out, or you have to get some buckets in transition. It won't happen here. They're already set up.
Francione brings it up, trailing by 7 with 3 minutes to go until half. She has it on the wing against Eberhardt if she wants to go for her. We have a foul away from the ball. 14 of Haverford picks it up. That is right, the senior. And go ahead and talk about the foul position, Mark.
So the new high school rules, there's 5 fouls every quarter and it resets. Once you get to 5 fouls, it's 2 shots. There's no more 1-on-1. So to me, it's a huge advantage. You get a team to 4 fouls, and then every bump called gives you 2 foul shots.
Jennings off the dribble, attacking. That might have been the game plan, but they went into the towers and were denied. Dotsie has the ball, brings it up.
Exactly right. It's hard to do that with 6'2" girls sitting there.
Eberhardt. They switch up the defense. They're going back to man-to-man. Right? Has the shot if she wants it. Instead, just going to kick it back out, reset, regroup. Little dribble drive.
There's a reason why people don't play sometimes. They want you to shoot, David.
Hey, I play defense. As it brought back out, Dotsie's double team, step through. Well done. Back to Eberhardt with 2:25 here in the second. Now on the wing. Cross-court pass. Now dump down. Pouring to note.
That's off
Dotsie
a nice hustle.
off her leg. Good effort by Conestoga Valencia.
Very nice.
Cross-court pass almost intercepted Francione.
Oh,
But out of nowhere, Eberhardt comes out and picks it off.
She almost had the first pass. She got the next pass.
Have to applaud her effort, especially here.
She's been the alpha dog. Oh, nice pass there.
Dumped down. It is tipped, though, but she was fouled on the second attempt. The first one was initially blocked by Preston. Second attempt was a foul by number 13, Jennings. Her first foul, but Haverford will go to the line to shoot 2. 149 here in the second, looking to add to their 7-point lead.
Nice little pass by Eberhardt there.
Absolutely.
They play through her almost all the time, which I would as well. I mean, she's playing the best player on the court right now. They have an 8-point lead with 149 to go. Again, they have 2 fouls to give. They're going to be back in defense here, so there's no transition going to hurt them.
You've seen Coach Thompson. You've seen now half-court trap, zone, and now man-to-man. Something's got to help their offense out to try and get something going.
I mean, I think we'll talk about it at halftime. I think he has to go full court here. I mean, he's down by 9. We're almost in a danger zone where they're not used to being down this many points.
Francione looking to attack. Loses the ball, kicks it back out, around the horns, an open look on the wing. They needed that one.
Good.
It is the 2, though. Her foot was on the line. Thank you, Andrew. First points for Isabella Valencia, the senior forward. Now they can regroup, set up defensively to go back to trying more of a pressure, especially with Kelly sitting on the bench with 3 fouls.
No doubt. And again, if I was Coach Thompson, and again, a minute to go to the half, I would get the ball out of Eberhardt's hands. She really is a great playmaker. She can score, obviously, and she also can share the ball. I would have everybody else try to share the ball and start a play.
So now we're seeing a 3-2 defense almost. Under a minute, and they're in no rush. Leading by 7. Eberhardt with 9 points here. Few steals, few assists. She's been the go-to player for the Fords. It's swung back to this near side. 40 seconds. You're listening. This is your girls' championship game between the Fords and the Pioneers. Coming up next will be Lower Marion and Radnor. Mark might know a little thing about both teams. 25 seconds. They kick it back out. At what point do you want to tell them to go, Mark?
We should go right under 10 seconds, 9 or 10 seconds to have a chance for an offensive rebound.
So they're looking at the clock. Eberhardt, 12 seconds, 10 seconds, 8 seconds. Blur out. Here comes a double.
Oh.
Almost got jumped. Dotsie
She walked.
loses the ball. 2 seconds. She's trapped. That will do it for the first half. Ford's lead, 19-12. You are listening to this Central League Championship on Delco Hoops.
Marion was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op or call 610-543-0900 for a mailed subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
This is Mark Sumoff, here to tell you high school basketball never sounded so good. Right here on Delco Hoops.
Welcome here to halftime. I'm Dave DePascal alongside Mark Jordan and Andrew. Mike Mayer, our guy behind the camera tonight. Mark, Eberhardt's leading the way for the Fords.
She's been great. 8 points. Andrew was that right? 8 points in the half. Haverford shot 7 for 17 for the half, which is not probably great for them. I would say it's
still not bad, though.
It's not bad in the girls' room. I hate to say it, but yeah. But Conestoga shot 4 for 17. That's not good. That's under 25%. 1 for 10 from three-point land, which for them has got to be way under their norm. Probably closer to 32% team for the year. They're going to need to have so many shots start falling. They've only made 2 shots in the paint the entire half. For a team that averages 52 points a game, that's not many. I think they need to get some easier baskets. When Haverford sets up, Coach Pelican's defense is so solid that you're not going to get many easy looks against them. You've seen it. They have a girls, sagging in the middle every time. So it's hard to get some driving lanes against them in your half-court sets. So they're going to get some easy points.
But you can see Haverford struggling bringing up the ball, especially against the pressure. At what point do you have to really ramp up the pressure to get it home?
I would do it now. I mean, I think, you know what? You're trying to win this game and win a
go
Central
for,
title.
go for the punch right out half.
Go for the punch right now. I mean, I would go full court. And if it was me, I probably would double team Eberhardt and make somebody else bring the ball up the floor. Even if it's Dotsie, I would double team, get the ball to our hands, look for 1 trap, 2 traps, and we would try to back trap again every half court. So I think Stoga has to make it a full court game. We mentioned about the 35-point game. So Haverford's well on their way, right? 19 points. Yeah. They're well on their way to getting 35 points. Stoga's going to right now 12. So if you're shooting 1 for 10 from beyond the arc, I think they got to think we're not going to be jacking up shots. We're going to go right to the 10. We're going to try and score some easy buckets in transition. Easy buckets in transition.
Well, right off the bat, we saw within the first 5 seconds, Dotsie with a jumper. I was like, oh, no, it's Fright Night. But she really hasn't dominated the way that a lot of people think she was going to.
I mean, what is you have her for 6 points, Andrew, right? 6 points. Dotsie, no. Andrew's working on that. Yeah, I got it for 6.
I'll trust you, Mark.
Let's go with it. Hey, we're on radio. But I thought she had a couple nice looks, a couple of shots. She took quick shots in my estimation.
Right.
The quick baseline jumper, I've never been a big fan of the 16 or 18-foot fast baseline jumper. It's just a tough shot in both the girls and the boys' games. But I think Coach Pelkane's team's got a lot of what they wanted. They wanted to get shots in the paint. They have their 8 shots in the paint. They've made 4 layups in the paint, gotten to the foul line 4 times. And again, Stoga, they basically live with Stoga shooting the ball, and they're 1 for 10 from beyond the arc.
Right.
So from their end, what's going to change? Not much. I mean, keep the ball in Eberhardt's hands. She's the best player in the floor. Dotsie will get her shot soon. So guess what? They're the best 2 players for Haverford. If they're going to work together, it's going to be tough to come back unless you get some easy buckets.
And I'm also waiting for Jennings to get more involved. Waiting for her to attack more. You saw it probably out of timeout telling them to attack the paint. Well, it doesn't work if they're standing right there and sitting in the paint waiting for it. But they have these cuts coming off that flex offense motion, and sometimes they're just missing their man going to the lane.
I agree. Jennings only is 1 for 4, so she's getting, we said 16 points a game? She's only made that 1 3. So she's been really, really quiet. And imagine, she the half-court game is great, but in this girls' game, it's so important to get easy baskets. And tonight, how many easy baskets have we seen? Not a lot, have we?
No, not tonight.
Call putbacks, I call them easy baskets, but I meant easy baskets.
It was just a lucky tip going right to him. That's about it.
Correct. And you watch the next game, the boys' game, you'll see them. Lower Marines are getting a lot of easy passes. That's what they do. You could make or miss. They're going to take the ball down the court in about 2 passes. Bing bong. The ball travels faster than the feet do. And they'll get the ball up the court faster. Watch that in game 2. So I think Stoga's got to be, looking to run and get some odd man rushes 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and try to attack. Because if you let Haverford set up their defense every time down, they're going to be hard pressed to get to 35 points.
About 6 minutes left in this halftime. If you're enjoying listening to this game, you're an athletic director thinking playoffs, you want to get more involved, give us a shout. Send us an email, delcohoops@aol.com. Mike will answer your email. Let us know. We're happy to help you out. Mark, welcome back. Our first game this year.
It's been fun. See this. It's been fun, and it's fun to watch this game. And again, these are the best teams. I mean, these teams we mentioned before the game, they didn't win the games by a little bit in this league. They dominate this league. So these are the best, 2, and maybe mention Garnet Valley in there too. These are 2 of the top 3 teams in the league that have gotten, have excelled all year doing what they do.
That's
so
right.
These games, you try to take them out of their element a little bit, and I don't think Stoga really wants to do this. 10 shots from beyond the arc. I mean, they've only had, like I said, 7 shots inside the arc and 10 beyond it. I don't like that split.
Well, you're talking about advancing. In the semifinals, both teams won by 20. Haverford won by 20 over Pencrest. Stoga beat Garnet Valley by 20 to advance as well. So they're head and shoulders above the league. But in the boys' bracket, a little bit different. Marple Newtown shocked a few people. Came within close, and then they did a Coach Downer. We're going to go box and 1 against arguably one of the best players in Central League, and Matt Garler.
Well, I think he is the MVP of the league, if you ask me. But that's for another time. But yeah, he was outstanding all year, Gardler. But yeah, I mean, that next game, LM's calling card's not their defense per se, but they do like to pressure you and jump you and double, whenever they can. But I mean, their bread and butter is just their transition game and their spacing and their flow on offense is really fun to watch. Which I think to this game, still going to need a little more of that. They look like they're running some good stuff.
Yeah,
they're spacing the floor, but just Haverford's leaving a girl in the lane. So they're leaving a girl in the lane saying, if you want to take a shot from the outside, go ahead. And while they've given 10 of them up, and they've all been wide open, by the way. There hasn't been one contested three, has there? So 10 open shots, and they've only made one of them. So if Stoga's going to get back in the game, they might need to make a couple shots from beyond the arc, and they have to get some easy buckets in transition. AKA, I would go full court pressure. They have some fast guards. Put one of them on Eberhardt and see how it goes.
That's true. And if you get Kelly, I imagine Kelly's going to come out a half starting, most likely. she picks up some early forward. That changes your whole entire game plan.
It does. And I've seen boys games this year where some kids with 3 fouls, it's kind of like get the red cape out. I'm going to do a little Olay. I want to say in the game, Coach.
The aggressiveness kind of goes away.
I didn't get much burn that half, so I want to get a little more. I want to get a little burn. Give me like 5 6 minutes of PT. So if I do the Olay thing, guess what? I'm not going to get my 4th foul. It's great. Now, Coach Polkane won't put up for that stuff. Won't put up with that at all. So we'll see how it goes.
Sounds good. Andrew, you want to step aside real quick?
Yeah.
All right, so it's 3 minutes until halftime. We'll step aside real quick. You are listening to this championship game between Haverford and Conestoga on Delco Hoops. Don't
Welcome back to the second half of tonight's basketball game. Tonight's sponsors are the 500 employees of Keystone Quality Transport, supporting high school basketball in Delaware County. The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods. Published since 1893. Sandy McCulley at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Media. Give her a call when buying or selling your home. The Delaware County Daily Times. All high school sports every day. Now back to the second half with Dave DePasqua and Coach Mark Jordan.
Welcome back to halftime here. I'm Dave DePasqua alongside Mark Jordan. Teams come out of halftime. Mark, you're the head coach of Haverford. What are you telling your squad? You're up 7.
First of all, I would love to be the head coach of Haverford, Lauren Pelkane, so thank you for mentioning that. She's a very sweet lady and a very bright coach. I'm saying my star, Dotsie, didn't do a heck of a lot in that first half. So, she's going to say, hey, Eberhard, they can't stick you. She's done whatever she wanted to do all half pretty much. Dotsie hasn't done a whole lot. She hasn't gotten off yet. And we're still holding a 7-point lead. So until they she probably wasn't happy with their pressure break early in that second quarter, I guess it was. And they threw those balls over the right side every time.
Right.
She's going to tell them, if you notice, they started skipping the ball over this side a couple times. So they started baiting that, and skipping that. They got a bucket off that one time. They got a lucky bucket off the tip off that one time. So she's going to prepare for pressure. There's no doubt. I'm Coach Thompson. I'm saying this is not going to work for us. We're not going to win a half-court battle here. It's not going to be our night for doing it. This game has to become a full-court game. And I don't know if we need steals in half court, but we got to pick up the tempo and start pushing the ball in transition. Because when Haverford sets up, we're in a little bit of a bind.
I have to give a shout out to Tori Smick, the assistant played for the Golden Rams when I was at Westchester when I helped out with the squad. So it's great to see a familiar face. And we have Division I players like Dotsie here getting scout looks and only a junior.
She's going to get better and better. I'm impressed with how many shots she takes from the outside. So you can tell she wants to be a small forward at the next level, which is great. Again, for this purpose, I think maybe she should get a little closer to the lane and take some more shots.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't really stop her too much in the inside, in my estimation. So I'm sure Coach Pelkane told her that. Let's give her some touches around the bucket.
All right, here we go. Second half action coming at you now. Haverford taking on the Pioneers in the next 16 minutes. Mark, we'll know the champ. Will we have a repeat or will we have a new person at the top? Here we go. Francione starts, and we are underway. High pick coming across. There's your flash. Now to the far side. Francione looking to attack. Dribble, kicks back out. Was not strong with the ball, though. Hit the baseline. And hit the line coming on this near side. Looks like hit that black trim.
You have good eyes.
Glasses will do that. Here we go. But that was the story of the first half for Conestoga. Strong with the ball and turnovers.
That's not a great possession, really.
Then we have that half-court trap.
There it is.
Kicked it to the far side. Dump. Then you need to look to attack. Here's Eberhard. Goes off the dribble. Kicked back out. Swung. Doesn't look like Kelly started the second half, though, Mark.
Nope. Durfee, they like her spark plug.
They drop back into that zone.
And Haverford's in no particular hurry.
Eberhard taking her time. 19-12 in favor of the Fords. Now she pulls the trigger from deep and drains it. Talk about a player who came to play tonight. She has 12 points, tying Conestoga already. She got 12 of 22.
That's not a good sign, really. And that was a patient one. I mean, no one guarded her She took her shot.
Conestoga looking to answer. Too strong. Tipped away. Good effort by the Pioneers to keep this one alive. Francione brings it back out. Swung around the horn. Looking for that ball back. Has the low post if they wanted to give it to her. Instead, it's a 3 on the far side. It's too strong, Mark.
Watch out.
I thought you were going to grab that one.
The hands aren't what they used to be.
6:37 here in the third.
But again, not for nothing. So Stoga came out of the gates with a turnover, and they missed 2 threes. One of them was an air ball. So I think in the first 9 seconds, that's not what Coach Thompson wanted.
You got to attack. Ball's not going in. Try and force the issue.
Well,
this time it's too strong. Throws it away is Dotsie.
Well, that was the same 1-through-1 half-court trap. They try to get to the left side, which I've been saying, get the ball left side.
Right.
And they almost hit a girl in the front second row. So maybe you stick to the right side, maybe. I don't know.
Francione. Eberhardt playing lockdown defense with
my
her.
Gosh.
Throws it away.
This is.
Now, Conestoga thinks that was tipped. I didn't think it was tipped.
I didn't think it was either, but so they come out of the gates, four possessions, 2 turnovers out of bounds, and 2 threes, one of which was a quick 3.
Eberhardt, for as much as she's doing on offense, she's doing a fantastic job on defense.
I agree. Well, she's clearly the best player on the floor.
Kicks it over the head, reset, back to the top. Now he got to the high post. Looking to attack, now kick. I haven't seen much of the attack baseline, though, Mark.
No.
Reset, regroup, dribble.
I mean, watching Haverford, they know who they are. They know who their bread and butter is.
That's fair.
And it's Eberhardt and Dotsie and everybody else is sort of playing their roles. Oh, they got it. They got it off her.
Eberhardt stripped. Francione, quick hands.
No, they got to go.
Missed her too late. She saw it late. 5:40 here in the third. Pioneers trail by 10.
But now they're set up again.
Francione likes that top of the key 3. We haven't seen her go back to it. Now it's her teammate. Needed that one in and out, but Jennings crashes the boards. Up and good. That's how you attack, Mark.
They needed that one big time. Jennings hitting the board. That 3 was in and out, by the way.
Sophomore gets the board and the layup. Cuts the lead to 8.
That's a hoist.
Kick to the far side. Timeout on the floor.
Yeah,
a 30-second timeout by Haverford. Andrew, you want to go to commercial? We'll wrap it up right here. 22-14, 5:09 here in the third. You're listening to this championship game on Delco Hoops.
This broadcast is copyrighted by DelcoHoops.com for the private use of our listening audience. Any other use or reproduction of this broadcast without DelcoHoops.com's consent is prohibited.
This is Mark Sumov, and you're listening to high school basketball right here on DelcoHoops.com.
9 here in the third quarter. Ford's lead 22-14. If you're liking this game, you're an athletic director thinking about the postseason, give us a shout. Email delcohoops@aol.com. Mike will get back to you. Go ahead, Mark.
Well, I'm saying Stoga's had a lot of chances for second chance points tonight. Had a lot of offensive rebounds. They capitalized the last time with the 2-pointer by Jennings. They need more of that.
Inbound play underneath.
They doubled Dotsie.
Dotsie back to the top. Swung to the far side. You haven't seen much action from right. Either of them, to be honest. Dotsie back to the top of the key as Kelly checks back into the game with 3 fouls. The dump down. Dotsie.
Ooh.
Back to Kelly. They regroup as it's man-to-man defense across the board for the Pioneers.
Stagger screen. Well defended. Oh, they got that one.
Well done. That's Jennings.
Ooh.
Out of bounds, but good hustle by Stoga.
I can't see with that little man in front of me. That was awful close.
I will say the crowd's getting a little bigger and bigger as we approach the fourth. Our next game, Lower Marion taking on Radnor. Eberhardt off the dribble, looking to attack. She's fouled. Her aggressiveness now is what, her third and fourth free throws?
Yes.
So that foul. Number 12 of Conestoga, her first, Katrina Valencia. Eberhardt goes to the line. Team lead 12 points.
Well, David, this is probably the time we should mention that.
Make it 13.
A couple people did previews. I won't say it's our esteemed friend Matt Smith. It might be somebody else. They forgot someone's name in the preview. It's Eberhardt's name. I'm pretty sure she knows about it. And what you're saying is a little payback.
Whatever works for motivation. She misses the second.
That motivated me a little bit. I get a little fired up.
That's the coach in you, Mark.
You're right.
As it's kicked ahead,
Oh.
now Conestoga needs to push the pace. They got a quick 3 opportunity with 4:20 here in the third. Now kicked back out. It's a jumper on that far side wing. They needed that one. It's up and good for Valencia, who has a couple open looks.
She does. She has a nice little stroke. I like her stroke. They've extended a little bit now past half court, but still a half court trap.
Half court trap.
With Dotsie breaking it.
Helps when you're 6'1". As they look over the top with Eberhardt. You got to make someone else beat you. Kelly steps into a 3. No good, but waiting right there was Jennings. They're going to take it out of her hands. It's up and good for Dotsie.
What? I mean, sometimes you're better lucky than good, but still could have the ball. There it is.
Goes up, Valencia. Back out, Francione. Kicks it, Jennings. Thought about it on the wing, kicks it back out. Now back to the near side. Need to be stronger with the ball as they continue to attack. Francione to the lane. She's fouled. They're going to call it on the floor, though. We'll see who they call it on. It's going to be on 14. That is right. Her second. She will check out of the game. Durfee checks in. The senior guard with 3:30 here in the third. Looks like the play wasn't fully developed to get that one in.
No, it's not.
Francione goes baseline. Attacks. She's up. No good. The foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
They need more of that, David. Left hand straight line driving the baseline.
Now fouls are picking up. That's Eberhardt's second.
Yes. Now, again, I hate to be the coach guy, but she has 2 fouls. Coach Thompson or someone on his staff have got to say, we have to get her 3rd foul in the next 3:26.
First free throw's up and good, but that's just being aggressive.
I would isolate
go
Francione.
At your person and attack.
I would isolate Francione and try and drive in her hip or her arm and try and get a cheap foul, any foul on her. She gets 3 fouls, she'll like that to sit.
Misses the second. Dotsie pulls it down. She brings it up.
I like it.
With the 8-point lead, they'll set their offense up. Kelly at the top of the key.
Is that called point forward, exactly? Point forward?
Yep.
The tallest girl brings it up. I love it. Oh, they got it.
Ball's on the floor. Now, I know that's the. What are the odds? She doesn't go to the floor. It goes right into her hands, and then a left-handed layup for Haverford. Sometimes the ball just goes your way, and that's the way it seems to be going tonight. Durfee gets 2.
It's a Haverford night. Oh, good drive.
It's attack. Now it's in attack mode. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Where's
the
that?
First quarter didn't see anything going to the lane.
Correct.
Now that's all you're seeing here in the second half.
Well, I think Stoker's in desperation mode because, like you said, last couple of those loose balls, they picked them up and got a couple of loose change buckets. So their last 4 points are pretty much kind of like freebies, if you would.
Preston to the line to shoot 2. Drains it. Nothing but net on the first one.
And that might have scraped some paint off the roof. That was a high one.
Lanuette checks in.
This is where they can go full court on a make. So if they make one, Haverford's got to be prepared for a full court pressure.
No, I know Mike Mayer is going to listen to the replay. And I did not forget, Mike, it is nothing but air, just for the record. As they bring it up, Eberhardt, they missed the free throw. And that's going to be another thing is making them from the line when you get there.
2 for 4.
Eberhardt off the drive, kicks it back to Dotsie. They're going to say it was off her fingertips. Great hustle by Lanuette.
This Lanuette's bringing some juice to the game is what she's doing. Where's the high socks, which I like to wear on the baseball field? I love it. Get her the ball.
Trying to cut down this lead. It's sitting at 9. Top of the key. Francione has the pick. Off the dribble, jumper, no good. It's a battle for the board. Good job by Wright. It's knocked out of bounds.
Good press. Nope.
Preston got a finger on it, but they're not
it.
going full court. They're content going half court right now.
But they haven't been down in many games this year. They've been down in 2 games out of 23. So they're not. This is an uncharted territory for them. Oh,
here comes the trap. They're ready for it, but see these baseball passes as the attack out of control, but she gets the foul call, and she'll go to the line now to shoot 2 as we rotate on the seesaw of fouls going to the line on both sides.
Right, but again, it was a tough drive by Dotsie. Good catch off the high pass and just took it in from about 18 feet away. Got rewarded.
Junior to the line to shoot 2. Makes the first. Extends the lead to double digits.
Good stroke. Well, this 35 game we're playing, they're 7 points away.
Dotsie's been kept in check, though. Gets her 5th and 6th point right there. That's a foul,
And
Eberhardt.
there it is.
There's your cheap foul.
That's a cheap foul. It's her third foul. So, I mean, up by 11, I would give her 2 minutes here, but let's see what she does.
There you go. The 1 and 2 guard for Haverford both have 3 fouls with the 2:07 mark.
And now Coach Pelkane just switched off. So now they're putting Eberhardt on Lanuette instead of their tough Francione.
They put Kelly on Francione as Jennings. Here, Francione. Look to attack.
She's going to go. I would.
Round the horn, Lanuette. She's been
there it
aggressive.
is.
We saw it earlier. There's number 4.
That's her 4th foul.
That is a great take on baseline.
Agreed. It was ticky-tacky, but that was a great play. She has 4 fouls. She's out for a good 5 minutes. And this is where Stoga's got to make their push. I don't know if Lanuette knew that or not. Did she think she knew she had 4 fouls? Who knows?
But that's now you're in the penalty. You're going to be shooting the rest of the way. Lanuette to shoot. You get to the line, you got to make them. This is the first. 151. Is this a point? Circle this point mark. Lanuette go to the line. 151. Eberhardt sits.
This is a chance to open full court pressure up. It's going to be, I mean, their point guard's out of the game.
Makes the second. It's a 10-point ball game. Now you got Dotsie bringing up as your point forward. Let's see what they decide to do. Kelly, who also has 3. Back to Dotsie. Here comes the trap.
How to double her. She dribbled.
Now Kelly.
Oh, she dribbled again.
She's struggling, but she gets out of it. No one's there for her, though.
Oh, man.
Looked opposite. Coach Pelkane jumping up and down, controlling on that far side.
Oh, my, another foul call. The whistles are starting to fly, David. They're flying everywhere now.
The aggressiveness that wasn't called in the first quarter is certainly being called now.
Definitely a different game. But again,
you got to adjust.
This has to be man-to-man. I mean, if I'm Stoga, we just got to keep being aggressive.
Sideline out of bounds. Back to the forwards, right to Dotsie. She has 1-on-1. She wants it. Gets the pick. There's the dump to right. Little side jump. No good, but the height gets the rebound. That could be over the top. No, they don't call it. She's looking for it, and there's your foul. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2. We walk the distance of the floor. Preston to the shoot 2.
Again, she went out of the game with what, David? They were plus 11 when she went out of the game, right? 29-18?
Right. And then she hit that 1 free throw, so it went back down to 10 when they called the foul.
This is going to be interesting. They're going to be – Stoga's got another minute 16 to get to the foul line. 2, 3. This is their 7th and 8th trips of the quarter.
So Preston's high arcing shot, no good, with a minute 16 here in the third. We talked about free throw percentages. That's something that's going to be a huge factor going down the stretch.
I won't tell you what they are, but until the shot goes through. 1
Makes
for
the
2.
second.
1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 2.
Wow. I like those odds.
Consistent.
They flip a coin, right? They bring it up, but they're struggling bringing that ball up with Kelly. Now Dotsie helping her out. You got it trapped. She's not ready for it. She loses the ball.
Their body's flying.
Right, is able to grab it.
She threw it away. Oh, no.
They're going to say it was tipped.
Wow.
I don't know about that one.
Nor do I.
Inbound play. We saw a great one by Conestoga. We'll see they attack as well. Here's the crosser. There's the dump up top. Right. Nowhere to go. Kicks it back out.
Oh. Thought she just hit her right in the back of the head. She cleared it now. Lanuette.
I know you don't teach flopping. That would have been a good time to do it.
She's a tough girl, that's Lanuette.
Dotsie to the far side. Kelly on the wing. 45 seconds. Jumper, top of the key. Nothing
fast.
going. Foul. Number 22 will go to the line. Natalie Wright. But as we said earlier in the game, it doesn't matter. Better lucky than good, and they're getting all the rolls.
They've gotten a lot of breaks off those shots. I was going to say, I think Coach Pelkane wants one shot to end the quarter, and they jacked up an 18-footer away after that. But got fortunate with the rebound. Great hustle by Wright.
Right, this is the first.
Here's the funny part, David. When will they bring Eberhardt back in? I mean, she has the 4 fouls, and they're holding 9. If the lead's still above 6, I'd say they keep her out for a good 3 minutes of the next quarter.
Yeah, it depends on the score. Misses them both.
Go, you got to go.
Here comes Conestoga looking to attack. Jennings has an open jumper for 3. The high arcing shots, no good. Fight for the rebounds, brought down by Jennings.
She's tough.
Hey, Lanuette underneath the hoop. Now she's wide open. Looking to attack. Jumper up, off the board, no good. Now it's a loose ball. Haverford comes down with it on that far side. Durfee, and this is most likely one shot. Instead, it's a foul with 12 seconds. Lanuette picks up a cheap one. They'll shoot 2. They went for the reach. Back to the line.
It was a reach, but the last the last shot by Preston, I didn't like it. It was a mid-range shot. Once you get into the penalty in these quarters, to me, you're going to the rim. You're going rim to the rim, hard to the rim. It's in. You're going hard to the rim, drawing contact. You're taking a wide open 3. I don't understand why you take a contested 2-point shot.
Kelly makes the first, makes it the 10. Now 11. We have a sub. She'll check out with 3 fouls.
They got to push here. 12 seconds is a lot of time, but you got to go. You got to
Here we
go
go.
now.
Francione, 10.
Right on by.
Lefty.
Right on by.
Lanuette was open in the
What's
corner.
doing?
5 seconds. Jennings. She got pushed. No, they're going to call a travel. And that will do it with .2 left here in the third. Conestoga trails at the end of 3, assuming there's no fouls called.
Good pass. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Did anybody
It's back
touch that?
here. No, it's back here.
So Conestoga will get the ball down here.
Who can tip this in? Anybody can tip it in? .3 is a tip.
There's .2.
.2, yeah, well, this clock operator, I know this guy. Gary Becker does the Villanova game, so he's got a slow finger. Throw it to the rim. We got a hole in the rim. Throw it to the rim. Oh, no.
Quick throw, no good. Conestoga trails Haverford at the end of 3. It's 31-20. You are listening to the Central League Championship on Delco Hoops.
Nobody covers the Delaware County high school sports scene like the Delaware County Daily Times. No matter what the season or the type of sport, from football to soccer to lacrosse to wrestling to track to basketball and baseball, virtually every high school sport for every high school in the Delaware County. For complete coverage of today's games, pick up your copy of the Delaware County Daily Times wherever newspapers are sold, or go online at www.delcotimes.com. If it happened in Delaware County, it's in the Delaware County Daily Times.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you're listening to high school basketball right here at DelcoHoops.com.
Welcome to the fourth quarter. Haverford leads 31-20. 8 minutes left to decide a champion, Mark.
Well, I guess here's the good news. Haverford that quarter shot 3 for 6, a very tidy 50%. 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. That was Eberhardt's early 3. Then got their pretty much their other points to the foul line. 5 for 8 from the foul line. Conestoga 2 for 8. So they're up to 6 for 25. They're shooting 24%. The worst news, they're 1 for 15 beyond the arc. So they have a chance here to make inroads. I wouldn't put Eberhardt in the game until Lee got down to 6. So I don't know what Coach Pelkane's thinking. Probably in the same venue. So they're holding 11. It's their ball. 8 minutes left. They're probably going to try and run 10, 12, 15 passes, have some long possessions.
Yeah.
Stoga's got to play a little faster. Trap. Get some easy buckets in transition.
Here we go. Fourth quarter underway. Kelly. Here comes the trap. You're going to throw a little switch at her.
Well, they're just reaching. They're not even trapping.
It's more of just going over the top, whereas Dotsie has that advantage, especially Haverford having all the size. That was your chance at Jennings to jump it.
Correct.
In no particular hurry. Dotsie, baseline, pull up Jay. It's
boy.
good.
That's tough.
She's up to 8 points.
Oh, they lost
Off
it.
the fingertips of Lanuette.
They're taking it out then. That was bad luck off her fingertips, right?
Right.
I don't know.
Valencia checks back in.
There's no full court pressure. I'm confused by it all.
Now they're slowly going further and further up.
They got to.
There you go.
The ball's kicked.
Okay, I'm not the only one who thought that was
and there
kicked.
it is.
There we go. Jennings with the pick.
What is that?
Why would you step into a jumper?
How do I know?
All right. It's double teamed underneath. Dotsie kicks it back to Kelly. Here we go. Here's the pressure. He has a double. There's the ball's loose. It's on the grounds. Here we go. Jump ball.
Fast whistle there.
I agree.
Let them play. But again, they extended their pressure and got a turnover.
You had a turner. You could have went to the lane, right?
Of course, but I mean, Eberhardt's out. They have to extend their pressure the rest of the way. It's got to be three-quarter court, full court. You know, I would almost double Dotsie here, get the ball to her hands.
Back to the near side. Thought about a three. Instead, jumps into a jumper. And sometimes the ball's just not going your way. You got to go to the lane. Here we go. An early foul. And that's going to be something to keep an eye on because you only need 5 to go to the lane.
This is. I'll take a stand here with 6:50 to go. This is not Stoga's night. Haverford's got him at arm's length. Eberhardt's out, and they can't make any inroads.
Dotsey's trapped on this near side. Back to near side, trying to get that count for backcourt. It's close.
And she fouled her.
Foul on that far side. Let's see who's on. It's on number 14, Neary.
Yeah. And again, to go back to the point, David, they haven't been in a position they had to trap. They didn't have to come back in games this year. They were only behind in 2 to 3 games the entire season. It's hard to know how to come back when you haven't been there before.
And it hasn't been Haverford's best game. It's
No.
been sloppy on both sides.
But they haven't been headed yet, have they? Since 7-0, they've had that lead off the.
That's true.
And that's been it.
Hasn't been that
Nice
many runs
pass.
as it goes. Look opposite, beautifully done. Dotsey kicks it to her teammate, and Natalie Wright. She's fouled. Should go to the line to shoot a pair. But you're correct. Haverford has led the entire game when they jumped out to that 7-0 lead.
And guess what? They've been better throughout. They've taken better shots. They've taken, I think, better care of the ball. Missed the first. Again, Stoga's had a great year, and I know they split during the year. But for tonight, they have no answers. And at times, they had a couple loose balls, a couple chances to get back into it. The ball hasn't bounced their way.
Second is up and good. It's almost like both sides. 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 2.
It is eerily true.
Pushing the pace, Conestoga. Jennings looks to drive, then kicks it back out. On the wing, back to her, around the horn. Francione steps back into a 3.
What is going on?
But Neary gets the board, and they get the regroup with 6 minutes left. They had the cutter instead. Kick it to the far side. Back to her. Jennings on that wing. They just haven't been able to group the whole game. Just
look
uncomfortable.
What is
Another 3 jacked up. Neary, no good. Haverford in no particular hurry.
That's 1 for 17. That's not a good recipe. Dotsey's cagey. Yeah, I don't want to say it's over, but David.
They can hold on to the ball. It's one of those things in high school. As they look to attack the rim, Francione look to go coast to coast. Here we go. Francione to the lane. It's up. No good. Just not her night, but Jennings gets the board. It's on the ground. They're going to give it to Haverford. Sometimes it's just not your night.
Dotsey's hands on the hips, a little bit tired. But I think they have enough goods to get the 5 minutes in, David.
Well, she's been playing more of a guard this entire game.
Yes, I'd be tired too.
She's at the wing. Flash middle. Opposite. One more.
Beautiful.
That's how you beat a press, Mark.
It's over. And that, my friend, is what we like to call a dagger in the game.
Durfee gets the lay-in, but that was well done, setting up the hockey assist from Dotsey.
They got 35 points. The game's over.
Jacked up a 3. Dotsey gets the board. Here comes the trap. Kicked back out to Kelly. You might not see Eberhard the rest of the game.
I might put her in just give her a little curtain call.
Maybe.
She's be a 2-time Central League champion. Lauren's bigger than that kind of stuff. Nice pass. Dotsey's a very good passer. She's very crafty.
Absolutely.
Here she comes back in right now.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
It's like we have the same brain. It's so weird. I wish. Yeah, I mean, Stoga has no answer. Stoga's got 3 fouls to Haverford's no fouls. 4:28 to go. I think there's a fait accompli. Is that
they haven't
Italian or French?
They haven't been settled on offense the whole entire night.
Steal by Francione.
Looking to attack. Francione just forces it. She just been off her game all night. Now we have a jump ball in favor of the Fords.
You know, it's funny because they're both going to be in the 6A playoff bracket, right? And they're in different brackets, but maybe I should look at that. Take a break.
We'll step aside with 4:18, 36-20 in favor of the Fords. You're listening to this presentation of the Central League Championship on Delco Hoops.
Looking to start an exciting career in the healthcare field? Then Keystone Quality Transport is looking for you. Keystone Quality Transport, the region's premier non-emergency medical transportation company, offers a full scholarship into a comprehensive emergency medical technician certification program. Would you like to obtain a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification and earn $20 per hour to start? Send an email to hr@kqthealth.com. Start your rewarding healthcare career today.
This is Ralph Lawler with the Los Angeles Clippers. For high school basketball at its best, stay right here at DelcoHoops.com.
36-20, a 4:18 left. Go ahead, Mark.
Both teams have byes in the district playoffs. Conestoga faces the winner of Unionville and Council Rock South. The game's down in Unionville. That's a nice little trip for Council Rock, isn't it? That game's Friday night. They play them next Wednesday. Haverford plays the winner of Great Valley at Abington. Abington historically a good team. So Abington likely will be coming to Haverford Wednesday, February 21st. But teams watching this Conestoga game are going to have a little blueprint how to beat them. Just sagging that middle and force them to shoot three. 1 for 17.
Most likely won't go 1 for 17 again.
You would hope not.
Kick ball. Stay here. And you said we were talking about in pregame, they split begin in regular season.
So it's just fair and square. 2 out of 3. Winner takes the goods. But we discussed the points about getting to 35. I don't think Stoker's going to hit 30 at this rate. Who would have thought that?
Didn't see that happening as it's 36-20. One more foul, they'll go to the bonus.
Oh, boy.
Kelly inbounds to Dotsy. Here comes the trap.
Out of bounds.
She stepped out of bounds. Conestoga takes over.
And again, I know it's a small thing, but they could have done that to me 2 quarters ago. That was their best chance in this game, is to make it a full-court game. If Dotsy's going to be your point guard, she better be handling the ball every time up the court, trying to really wear her out.
Francione, top of the key with Kelly on her. They keep calling for that motion flex. Just hasn't really been flowing tonight.
No.
Jennings 3, 1 for 18. It's stolen out of her hands. Now ball's loose on the floor. Great hustle by both teams. Here's the trap. Francione with the foul. Will walk the length of the floor. Dotsy will shoot 2. We'll see if she can get into the double digits with the free throws.
Well, the Badgers, I think that makes them 1 for 20 now from 3, which is not a good number. But guess what? I mean, Stogan really never made Haverford feel crazily uncomfortable. The trap worked for a couple times there, early on the half-court trap. Another half, they haven't really had any answers.
They did when they first switched that half-court trap, and it amped up the pressure, but they never went full court as Dotsy makes the first.
But the crazy part is, so Stoke averages 52 points per game, and they're currently 32 points under that with 3:53 left. Who would have thought that? And I think this is a great gym, Marple.
That's
Newtown,
wild.
I'm an old grad here. They give me a diploma here, like some of us. And I like this gym. It's orange and white. It's very well lit. This is a nice shooting gym. Small, great shooting gym.
And she's now in the double digits. The launches the 3. 1 for 21. They're out of bounds, but it's been a struggle. Stay tuned. Our boys game will be up next. Tip off at 8 o'clock between Lower Marion and Radnor.
Maybe a little bit before that. I mean, are they going to go 25 minutes after the?
I believe it was going to be 7:45 with tip being at 8. They haven't really decided. They beat the press. Wright goes to the lane. Misses, grabs her own board, kicks back out to Eberhardt with 3:30 and change. She drives. Offensive foul, and she's done.
Funny. How about those apples?
3:27, she'll take a seat. Leading scorer tonight. She was the difference maker, especially in the first half. Now you see they rely on Dotsy the rest of the way.
I think they have enough. I think they have enough to go. I mean, Stoker's had no answers offensively. It's, they resorted to this 3-point game, which I don't think is their game. But Haverford does that to you. Haverford sags off. Haverford sags off and does that to you. They make you, they make you play like an outside game, and they're very good defensively, which makes them a really tough out in the playoffs.
The 2 foot on the line, no good. Now they're pressing. Dotsy steps through, looks up, finds a teammate. They'll regroup. Kelly, trapped. Timeout, Haverford. Timeout with 3:04. We'll keep it here, Mark, as our boys' game up next will be between the Lower Merion Aces, the 1 seed, and the Radnor Raptors as the 2.
As it should be, sort of like the girls' game.
Right.
It's the third year in a row they've met. Lower Merion took it as well, in 2022. What was that game at? Ridley? I forgot what that game was.
It was at Ridley, correct.
Ridley was 2 years ago.
Last year was Harrington,
And then
correct?
it was at Harrington, yeah.
And Radnor turned the tables last year.
Yes.
Radnor turned the tables and won the district last year.
They did that as well.
Yeah, they beat Lower Merion 60-47 last year, thanks to Charlie Thornton's 23 points.
Yeah, he was average, that guy. And,
or 26, correct me.
Yeah.
You're right.
Jackson Hickey, he was okay, that guy. And, and who would have thought Radnor would be back here? New coach, Tim Smallwood. New starters.
That's right. As they inbound the ball, trapped in the corner. Jump ball goes to Conestoga. But that's what they were talking about. They felt kind of disrespected going into the season. Everyone said their 4 guys graduated. We don't have much going on. And look how things had turned out. Francione brings it up. The 3 heaved, in and out, no good. Valencia's shot was no good, but they'll retain possession.
They're really forcing it tonight.
Well, now they're forcing it.
Down.
Now at this point.
They've made 1 early 3, and that's been it.
They just never recovered. Jennings is actually the only person to hit a 3. Now hits her second. So she's accounted for both 3s tonight. Now here's the full court pressure that you were talking about.
Yeah,
Dotsie trapped.
Much earlier.
Throws out of bounds.
But again, they haven't had to use it all year, so I do see it from their point of view.
Right.
So they haven't had to have it in their bag. I mean, my coach teams that were behind in a lot of games. That's how we rolled. We were down a lot of games. We had to have a full court press. A couple of them. A man, a zone, a couple different trapping options.
To the far side. Back out.
Nice
Francione with quick hands. Look up. She got Jennings. Here we go. Up and good. We got a 13-point game with 2 minutes left.
Not enough.
I don't want to harp on it, but
not enough time.
Full court press. Here we go.
Opposite.
Turn,
Beautiful.
face, goes to Dotsie. She's trapped.
Oh, no.
It's stripped. Francione. They're going to say it was kicked.
What? What was that?
Ay.
That's right. That wasn't a kick. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Coach Thompson's not thrilled with that, and I don't blame him.
He's correct. So they're still in this zone trap. They got to go more man.
Here's Kelly. German out. You got to jump that. And quick turn, face, dump, up,
Nice play.
and fouled as she'll go to the line of the shoot to the senior right.
Well broken. Haverford's well schooled. Even without their point guard, he probably had the ball in her hands, 60% of the time this year. They really haven't been abused, in the backcourt with any kind of traps or steals.
Right. Oh, we talked about size versus speed. Well,
they had it, that one bucket was by Jennings was the only one they've had easy, I think, the whole game right there.
I would agree with that assessment.
Hey, listen, the better team wins. That's all you really ask for when you have big games. And Haverford was just better tonight in a lot of ways.
Makes the second. 15-point game.
Oh, no.
Kicked up ahead, knocked out of bounds. 1:43 left.
So Haverford girls back to back, eh?
Back
Pretty
to
impressive. And Dotsie as a junior? I wouldn't be surprised if you see a chance of a back-to-back-to-back like some football team in the NFL.
Ugh.
I thought I threw that one in there. We're in filler time.
You go baseline. It's a tough call. They're going to call a walk. I think that's almost a makeup call.
Well,
As there's 1:26. They'll go underneath the basket.
There's a body block and then another body block and then a third body block and still gets ball back, which makes sense.
I think there's more holding in this game called than there was in the Super Bowl, for
there
the
you
record. Up and good. Jennings makes her third 3 of the evening. They cut it to 12 with 1:20.
No timeout there, maybe? I would have maybe called one.
Underneath the net. It's kicked. Underneath. 1:13.
They have they have 3 left, right on the board there, David?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, I would have used. Now she's using a timeout.
Now she's going to burn a timeout
Lauren
with a
got
minute 13. Haverford will take a timeout. We will as well. Haverford leads 40-28. You're listening to this championship game on Delco Hoops.
Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business, the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Sandy McCulley has over 20 years of real estate experience and is a seller representative specialist as well as a certified residential specialist. Sandy specializes in Delaware County real estate. Sandy conveniently works out of the Media Berkshire Hathaway Home Marketing Center in Media. Let Sandy's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Give Sandy a call at 610-368-6641.
This is Mark Zumoff, and you're listening to high school basketball right here on DelcoHoops.com.
Lucky number 13 for Conestoga has 3 threes now, Mark.
Yeah, she's definitely a scorer. She's back for another year. She's an underclassman, correct? So you know what? She'll have her say.
She is only a sophomore.
Whoa. Maybe, are we thinking about another rematch next year? I hate to put it. Gordon Valley might have something to say about it, but.
There is 2 starters returning for Conestoga next year.
She's one of them. She
and
puts the ball.
Lanuette will be back. She's only a junior.
She's scrappy. Oh, look, here's the full court man-to-man press, which I would have loved to see earlier to see how Haverford handles it.
Here comes Dotsie. She just carried. They missed it.
They had,
Lanuette gets called for the foul.
Man, I mean, again, this is the problem. It doesn't really matter for the ending. It's all for the final score purposes. Right. But they let a lot of stuff go on in the first half, as we saw. Even down here recently, there was some hand-to-hand combat. And it looked like Lanuette jumped that pass and, to no avail.
Oh, if you miss the carry call, it doesn't happen.
No. Another good point by you.
Nobody wants to be an official.
You're right. Haverford's made 11 foul shots this half.
It's funny, the story from the line.
12
They
foul
make them
shots.
both now. Pushed up ahead. A quick 3. No good. You have to credit Lanuette.
She is a gamer.
She is tough. (42-28) minute left. Haverford will go back to back. Who do you think, Mark? Eberhardt being the player of the game, off her leg. I agree. That is off Haverford. I hope they switch this.
Yeah, I think it's off number 10's foot.
Or not. Inbound, last second. That was close. That's a quick jump ball.
I think my friend, she's lost interest in this game too. Sometimes it happens this way. Even in a title game, you can lose interest.
All right, so I ask you as a coach,
Yep.
How long do you have to have the ball to be considered a jump ball?
Well, it used to be like 2-3 seconds. What?
Jennings, quick trigger. Her foot was actually inside the line. So that would have been a 2, and we'll walk the distance to shoot 2 more. That will do it.
That was one of the ones that was like a firecracker in your hand. You sort of caught it and you let go of it. Jennings, I think she didn't even see the basket on that one. But it's tough playing, like I mentioned, desperation mode. They're not used to playing in these, being behind. It's a different animal playing from behind. And some teams can do it, and, it sounds almost like counterintuitive. You got to be down a lot to know how to play from behind. But you don't want to be from behind,
No.
Like the Eagles in their heyday. Hurts was great, right? Being down 10.
Yeah.
This guy Mahomes pretty good, down 10. So,
right to the line. Yeah. Made the first. Makes a second.
That's a lot of foul shots.
Bring up the ball. Here we go. 45 seconds. Kicked. The 2 again. No good. As we said earlier, Haverford will have gone back-to-back. Conestoga steals it on the far side. Great effort. Jumper up top. No good. Dotsie on the board. She's got to be close to 10 rebounds. Another jump ball.
And I'm not going to soapbox, but again, they got a steal there. They had a girl into the basket. I always thought when you had a steal, we're looking to go drive to the rim, get an easy two. They've settled for a lot of mid-range.
I'll ask you this: is there a chance these two could face in the districts?
In the finals. So they're. Oh, she's
stepped out of bounds.
Oh, man.
On this near side.
So sure, I like seeing that, but yeah, they're the 4 seed and the 2 seed.
Okay.
So it's possible.
That's very possible, being 2 versus 4.
Yes.
Who's the 1 seed, Mark?
Oh, good. I'd like you to test me on this one.
Inbounds. Jennings brings it out. Looking to attack. Layup is up and good. They do hit the 30-point mark.
That's nice. Perkiomen Valley's the 1 seed.
Okay. Back underneath. Kelly played the whole second half with 3 fouls. Did not pick up another one. You have to credit her defensively. They'll hold on to it, and this will be your final score. Haverford goes back-to-back. They win it 44-30. They went out to a 7-0 lead and never looked back.
They were the better team tonight. They made Conestoga uncomfortable throughout. Conestoga struggled from outside the arc. I got a feeling the crossbar might be having some celebration tonight, possibly, if you're around Havertown. Tell the girls congratulations.
Eberhardt played and set the tone early on in the first half, and I believe she'll be our player of the game.
I agree with you. Should we try and get her over here? Well, we'll see how the young boys, the Haverford broadcast, if we can get her over for a little talk. Yeah. Yes or no? I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to, you can try and go grab her, Mark.
Yeah, I'll grab her.
All right, Mark's going to go try and grab her. As our boys game coming up next will be the top-seeded Lower Merion Aces taking on the 2 seed, the Radnor Raptors. Our player of the game for Haverford winning in back-to-back years is going to be number 4, Anaya Eberhardt, the senior guard, set the tone offensively as the point guard for the Fords and made a big difference throughout this entire game, as they'll be cutting down the nets. Now, I don't know if they want to try and grab her before the cutting down ceremony, Andrew. We'll have to wait and see. Should we go to commercial until we wait for her?
We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching High School Hoops on DelcoHoops.com.
Morian was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op or call 610-543-0900 for a mailed subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
This is Mark Sumoff, here to tell you high school basketball never sounded so good. Right here on DelcoHoops.com.
Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Sandy McCulley has over 20 years of real estate experience and is a seller representative specialist as well as a certified residential specialist. Sandy specializes in Delaware County real estate. Sandy conveniently works out of the Media Berkshire Hathaway Home Marketing Center in Media. Let Sandy's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Give Sandy a call at 610-368-6641.
This is Mark Sumoff, and you're listening to high school basketball right here on DelcoHoops.com.
They're cutting down the nets. Haverford in back-to-back years. They win this one 44-30. Our player of the game was Eberhardt, setting the tone early on, jumping out to a 7-0 lead and never looked back. They cut down the nets. We're looking to see if they can grab her for an interview. I don't know if we're going to be able to, though, unfortunately. But our boys' game coming up next. The Lower Merion Aces taking on the Radnor Raptors. Andrew, you want to step aside until then?
We'll be back on air in approximately 25-30 minutes once we're a little bit closer to tip-off for the boys' game. But for now, Dave, wrap us up.
That's it, your final score. Haverford goes back-to-back years. I'm Dave DePasso, alongside Mark Jordan, Andrew, Mike Mayer of Delco Hoops. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for our boys game coming up next. You're listening to Delco Hoops' presentation of Central League Basketball, provided by Delco Hoops.
This internet broadcast has been a production of DelcoHoops.com. All rights are reserved. Thanks for listening, and good night.